Hello, my friends. We are making our pattern pillar. And so we have drawn our M pattern grass up, down, just like the letter M, and colored it in. And now I'm going to show you how to glue on your pattern pillar. So you need to pick only 2 colors for your pattern. And then we're going to lay it out to make sure our pattern works. And we're going to put our pattern pillar on this line. So let's see. Here's orange. After orange, I'm going to change to the next color in my pattern, which is blue. Okay. Then I'm going to go back to orange to complete my pattern. Then blue. And then my last color is orange. And see how my line goes up at the end? That's because that's his head. So we're going to move it up. So if it doesn't cover up the line, that's okay. We can erase it later. So we're going to lay it out, make sure it works. That looks good. So now we have to glue it down. So I'm going to move my pattern up so that I can glue down one piece at a time. So I will start with my orange. So I'm going to open my glue bottle. Make sure it's not stuck. If it's stuck, you can raise your hand and ask an adult for help. Now watch how I glue, okay? Because we don't want puddles. We want little dot, not a lot. So let's count how many glue drops I do. 1, 2, 3, 4 little dots. And I used my hand to make sure my circle stayed steady. 4 little dots along the edge, not too close to the edge where it's going to spill, but not all the way in the middle. So now I'm going to slide it so I can pick it up. I'm going to carefully turn it over, and I'm going to put it on the line and give it a push. Good. Now I have my next color in my pattern, and I know I'm right because it should not be the same one because a pattern we need to change, right? 1, 2 again, another one, and then back to the first again. So holding my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very careful. Put my glue bottle down. Push it so I can pick it up. I want it to lay just a little bit on top of my other one. Just a little bit. Now I'm going to push it down. Gentle. Good. Okay, so should I do this one again? No, because that's not following my pattern. My pattern was blue, orange, blue, orange. So I'm going to follow my pattern. I'm going to grab my orange. Helping hand is ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not drawing lines and I'm not making big puddles. 4 little dots. Push it so I can pick it up easy. I'm putting it just a little bit on top of my blue one, following my track, and I'm pushing them on there. Good. Okay, what color is next? We don't want orange because that's not following our pattern. We're going to go back to blue. Orange, blue, orange, blue. And how many glue dots? 1, 2, 3, 4. And don't forget, if it's tricky to pick up with your fingers like this, you can slide it towards you until you can pick it up off the edge of the table. A little bit on top. If I put it all the way over here, I'll cover it up too much. If it's over here, then its body's not connected. We need to make sure that our little pattern pillar caterpillar, we keep his body together. And our last color. Oh, I'm having trouble picking it up, so I'm going to slide it. There we go. Holding my hand steady. I'll move it up here so you can see better. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4 little dots. So it's gentle squeezes and little jumps. Slide it if you need help picking it up. Oh, this one almost got stuck. If you do get stuck, you raise your hand for help. Oh, I got it. Okay. And now I'm going to put this one up a little higher because this is his head. See, my line goes up. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to slide this paper over. My little line goes up. That means we're going to put his head up a little bit. And if the little line still shows, that's okay. We can erase it later. So there is my pattern pillar. That is how we glue little dot, not a lot, to put his body together. We follow the pattern. We switched colors every time, and we stayed on the track, and we did little dots. Our next step is that we get to go back and we get to add his feet on. So to make his feet, we're going to use a black crayon and watch what we're going to do. We're going to make, again, it's going to be like a pattern. We're going to do the letter L. So that's a really special letter if you haven't learned it yet. It's one of the easier letters because it's just down and over, down and over. I have 2 letter L's. Down, over, down, over. I'm adding letter L's 2 to each one of his body pieces, except for his head. His head doesn't need any legs, but now he's got little L legs crawling on the M grass. Okay, let's see if we can do that. Good luck. Okay, so before we add patterns to our caterpillar, we should practice a couple patterns. So I'm gonna draw circles to practice my patterns in. Maybe we'll think of 4 different patterns, and then we'll pick our favorites. So one pattern could be polka dots, circles. Good. Another pattern, I'm switching colors just for fun, could be stripes, like lines. Making them straight and careful. There's another pattern. Another pattern could be wiggly worm lines, so some wavy lines. They go up and down and up and down. Or, I'll show you another one over here. Another one could be like the grass pattern. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Like that M pattern that we talked about. Another pattern, we can make a pattern out of other things too. So maybe we all have a special letter. So if my special letter was P for Pekka, I can make a pattern of peas. And pattern begins with P too. So you can make a pattern out of your special letter. So there's a whole bunch of ways to make patterns, and there's other ways too. You can make a pattern out of shapes, out of numbers, out of all sorts of things. But here are just a couple ideas. So now that I have ideas, I'm going to pick my 2 favorites. So I think I want to pick the circles. And I think I'm going to pick my other one, the wavy lines. And you could pick whatever you wanted. You don't have to pick the same as me. So now that I have my patterns decided, now I'm going to go to my caterpillar. Now this is the tricky part. We have to make sure we know where we're putting our patterns. So my first pattern that I chose, I'll put in to my orange circles. So only my orange circles get my first pattern. So my first pattern was polka dots. You can pick whatever colors you want. I think I'll pick blue. So I'm going to make my blue circle pattern. On top of my orange circles. So circles on circles. You can add as many as you want. Okay. So where else do I put circles? So there's an orange circle I added it to. Let's find another orange circle. Here we go. Here's another one. So our first pattern is only going to go on one of your colors. Just like that. I'm working hard. There. Okay. I have another orange circle for the face. You can add the pattern onto that too, or you could leave the face empty. I think I'll leave the face empty for now. Now, I need to pick my pattern for my blue circles. So I chose, let me see what I chose. Oh, I chose wavy lines. Good. So let's choose another color. I think I'll switch. I think I'll do orange for my wavy lines. And those go in the blue. So I'm going to press hard and do up, down, up, down. If I don't press hard, sometimes the color doesn't show up. Let's see if I can make this brighter. There we go. Up, down, up, down. That was the pattern I chose. I'm just going to do my best. If I make a mistake, oh well, seashell. I'm just going to do my best work. My helping hand is holding the paper steady. There. That looks cool. So now I have my two different patterns, and then when I look them together, I have this whole pattern. I have circles, lines, blue, orange, and orange, blue, orange, blue. I have lots of patterns. I have patterns for the body colors, I have patterns for the designs, and I have patterns in my design colors too. Patterns are everywhere. So now, the only thing we have left is maybe we can decorate the sky because it's a little boring right now. The sky is white. I don't often see white skies. So I think I'm going to add some clouds. You can add clouds if you want. You don't have to. Clouds, it's kind of like a pattern because you just do bumps. Like it's like a bumpy circle. And clouds don't have to be perfect. There's my cloudy sky. And then, actually, we can use a special kind of crayons for the sky. I think I'm going to use my crayons that are without their wrappers, and that way I can rub them. That way I can fill up all this space a lot easier. So I can put it on its side, and I hold my paper steady, and I'm rubbing. But you know what I'm going to be careful about is I'm going to try not to get that sky color on my clouds. It's okay if a little bit gets on there because sometimes clouds can be a little bit blue, but I'm going to try and leave my clouds fluffy white. So I'm going slow. I have to move my paper sometimes. This is a big paper. I'm holding my hand down to make sure my paper stays steady, and I'm pressing hard because if I press too light, I don't see it, so I'm using my art muscles and I'm pushing. I'm going right up as close to my caterpillar as I can get. As close to my clouds. You can go right over those antennae because they're nice and black and strong. And you know where else I can put the sky? Right under here. This would be tricky part, but maybe we can squeeze in a little bit of sky above our grass. You can try and fit it. And if you can't, oh well, seashell. We tried our best. But see how I'm turning? I'm holding it up and down so it fits inside those V shapes that I have left over. See those V shapes? That way I can just rub up and down and it fits a little better. But your grass might be different, so you might not need to color blue underneath your pattern pillar because you might not have any sky showing. But I'm filling in all my empty space. That way it's a nice finished drawing. And there it is. I have a nice finished pattern pillar drawing. Lots of patterns and filled up with fun designs.